Hey guys, so today is day 9 of our daily breakthrough. Thank you so much for hopping in with me today. And today's topic is what I'm calling willingness to pivot. And before I get started, I just want to say that, you know, when I wake up and I go to put on a beanie like I did today, I have this vision of how it's going to look, and this isn't it. I look like a homeless person. Like, why can't I be one of those cute people who look super cute in a beanie? I don't know. Anywho, that was just a total rabbit trail, but here we are. Okay, so thank you for joining here on TikTok. I am live on YouTube and TikTok, and so I'll be kind of looking back and forth at these two different cameras. And yeah, so today's the whole point of today's video about pivoting is because there's so much talk and brouhaha about the possibility of TikTok going away, and people are freaking out. And I get it, because a lot of people have made TikTok their primary source of income, which, if you followed me for very long, you know that I am not a big fan of putting all your eggs in one basket on any platform or any business for that matter. I've learned that the hard way back when, my background is I'm a registered nurse. I retired my license last year after 28 years. But for the last 12 years, I've been trying to figure out a way to make money from home. And I've had some success and I've had some failures. But my very first success in working from home was with a network marketing company. And that came to an abrupt halt by the company. The company decided over one Facebook post that they didn't like me anymore, and they closed my account, which means they took away my high four-figure a month income. It was devastating. And I had all my eggs in that basket. I had fully thought in my mind that I was going to be with that company for the rest of my life. I love the products. I love the people. It was my home, so to speak. But I had begun to feel a little bit jaded about the network marketing, MLM business model in general, because I saw so many people on my team doing all the things that I was doing all the right things. They were having the classes, they were doing the Zooms, they were going to the conferences, they were buying the products, they were doing the sampling, they were doing the one-on-ones, they were doing it all, and they weren't making any money. They weren't even covering their auto ship. And so I expressed that disdain, and I expressed that frustration on a Facebook post. And that company, in the blink of an eye, closed my account. They're like, take down the post. And I'm like, no, I'm not taking down the post. That was the truth. I'm not going to. I never disparaged the company. I was just disparaging the model. It really pissed off my upline, the Royal Crown Diamond Guru people. And anyway, in the blink of an eye, my entire income was gone. So had to, like a dog returning to vomit, had to go back into nursing for a little while. But anyway, this does have a point when it comes to the lesson today. The lesson today is about pivoting. So you have to be prepared for the what ifs. You have to be prepared for if what you have prepared for today goes away. So I don't care how much you love the company that you're with. I don't care how much you love your brand. I don't care. I shouldn't say I don't care. Let me rephrase that. It doesn't matter how much you love your company. It doesn't matter how much you love your business. It doesn't matter how much you love what you do. It could go away. That's life. It could get shut down. TikTok could go away. Facebook could go away. Instagram could go away. YouTube could go away. All of it could go away. Your business could change from a network marketing model to an affiliate marketing model. We've seen probably close to 15 to 20 companies that, everybody's like thinking they were going to be there for the rest of their lives, switch to an affiliate model this year alone. So you must be prepared for the what ifs. You just must be. So what will you do if your income goes away? Do you have a plan B and F? Because being able to pivot, to being able to say, okay, this isn't working out exactly how I want it to work out, but I trust in myself, I trust in my skills, and I trust in my ability to be able to switch gears and find something else that I can do. That's one thing that I feel like I am really good at, is I don't get butthurt when things don't work out for me. I just move on. I just switch places. I just start promoting something else. I just find something that I'm passionate about and focus on that, I have the ability to pivot. Let me say this. You have the ability to pivot too. You absolutely positively have the ability to pivot, but let me ask you this question. Are you willing to pivot? Because day after day, week after week, month after month, I hear people who say, I really want to learn, but I tried XYZ in 2002 and I failed. And I'm like, what? Or what do you mean? You tried one time and you failed and you quit forever. My grandfather owned a little grocery store in a little town called Ovilla, Texas. And it was a tiny little grocery store. Everybody knew about it. He had the ability to franchise and to branch out back in the 1950s, way before I was born. Well, he went to a bank, the bank that they had been using in their grocery store for years, and they turned him down on the loan. And he came back to the grocery store where my grandmother was working. My dad was, young at the time. And he told my grandmother, I will never set foot in a bank ever again because they had rejected him one time. And he didn't. My grandmother always had to make the bank runs for the rest of their business. And he never franchised. He never grew. That one rejection, him getting rejected one time, completely eliminated his future. And they died. Both of my grandparents, they died poor, very poor. They had that grocery store, but it was tiny. I'm telling you, it was about the size of this bedroom, the grocery store. So don't think that they owned like a Kroger or Walmart or something. But he could have been a Kroger. So, I mean, you cannot allow one failure, one rejection to eliminate your dream, to eliminate your future. You guys know that I love the Lord, and I am always going to bring in a scripture. And this was actually the scripture that the Lord gave me when my oldest daughter graduated from high school, and my husband and I prayed this scripture over her at her graduation, and it's Psalms 20 verse 7. So I want you to write this down and because I want you to think about it really hard. And the scripture is simple. It says, some trust in chariots and some in horses, but I will trust in the name of the Lord. So what does that mean in relationship to this little chat that we're having right now? That means that we've talked about this. If you haven't watched day 1 through 8, go watch them. They're in my live stream feed. But number 1, you have to have the belief. So you have to believe that it's true. And how do you grab a hold of the belief? There's two basic ways that you can grab a hold of belief. And again, let me see what day. Yesterday I talked about belief, and day 1 I talked about pursuing. So that would be definitely those two, day 1 and day 8. Do you believe? And then also in my Boring Breakthrough group coaching program, I have an entire module on belief. And remember that I give a free 7-day pass into that group coaching program. So if you just want to go take advantage of that, then go get the link for that group coaching program and go watch that belief module for sure. So number 1 is with belief is you have to have the belief. Do you believe it's true? And you believe that it's true by, for me, finding scriptures that resonate with your belief. And then number 2, you have to make a decision. And decision means to cut off from all other options. So that's where a lot of people fail in business, is they're like, I'll just give it a try. There cannot be a try. You have to say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, a year. And I'm going to marry myself to the process. I'm going to divorce myself from the outcome. In other words, you have to just be willing to keep making the videos even when no one's showing up. You have to be willing to keep doing the sales process even though you're not getting any sales. So you have to, but a way that you can reinforce your belief. Let me skip back to belief because I said there's 2 ways: belief, find scriptures, and then the other one is find people who have succeeded. So find people who are doing what you want to do that have succeeded and follow them and emulate what they are doing. Don't copy people exact, but you can emulate what they are doing in order to grab a hold of their faith and their belief. So get your belief on, and then make a decision, and then are you willing to pivot? So every one of you that's watching this right now, again, you have the ability to pivot. The question is, are you willing to pivot? So what if your business goes away? What will you do? You will just pivot. You will take the skills that you have learned. You will take the information you have learned. You will take the wisdom that you have, and you will just start over. I don't care if you're 40, 50, 60 years old. You just start over. You just get after it. You just pivot and you just get her done. I think there's one advantage to me being 51 years old and starting over, because I'm starting over right now with this group coaching program. I'm not doing the network marketing thing. I'm not, I'm not focusing on affiliate marketing. I'm focusing on growing my brand. And the reason that that being 51 years old puts me in an advantage in this arena is because I realize 2 things. I'm menopausal. Number one, I'm menopausal, so I don't give any craps about stuff. So tell me I can't do something. Yeah, that's probably the best motivational piece of anything you could give me, and say, yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. I'd be like, let's see about that. Okay, so number one, menopausal. But number 2, being 51 years old, I have come to realize I don't know how much more time I have. My life I know this could be for any age person, that today could be your last day on earth. I get that. But when you're in your 50s, you really start to think about, I really may only have, if I have a good life, no illness, no catastrophes happen, probably have like 20, 25 years left. And so I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to waste being scared. I don't have time to waste figuring things out when I can buy a course that's going to help me figure it out quicker. I don't have time to waste returning to things that don't work for me. I don't have time to waste entertaining doubt. I don't have time to waste with people who are negative all the time or have a poverty mindset. I'm not doing it. I don't have time to waste scrolling on Facebook, scrolling on TikTok. If it's not making me money or helping me reach my goal, I ain't doing it. I just ain't doing it. So I think that's a good place to be, because if I had been in that, if I had had that mindset in my 20s, I would not at all be in the position that I'm at 51, starting over again. I wouldn't be. So I kind of feel like that's probably a really smart way to live, is to live like you don't have the time, and you shouldn't be wasting your time on nonsense. I don't know. That kind of took I veered off the road there for a minute, but I feel like it was important. So pivot. Let me see if there's anything that I missed. I think I missed most of my notes today. Most of my notes. So that's it. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Okay.